And it's a very, very happy birthday to the CEO and Executive Manager for Harvey World Travel, Kele Lekalake. Good morning to you. Happy birthday.
Thank you so much, Zain, and thank you for having us.
Conley's a very good guy behind the desk here, and he came up with that wonderful. That's quite a nice happy birthday thing. I think I'm going to have to copy that. We discuss with you this morning why cruising could be the ultimate way to actually see Europe, and probably a more affordable way for you to see Europe instead of traveling from one country to another country. So imagine waking up in a new European destination every day while your hotel actually travels with you. And the nice thing about cruising is that your lunches, your everything and else is included, and you can explore the countries and cities in one holiday. The CEO and Executive Manager at Harvey World Travel, Kele Lekalake, joins us this morning to chat about that. Kele, happy birthday and a very good morning to you. What is it about cruising that makes it such an attractive way to see Europe?
And to your point, Zain, it definitely is because you get to actually travel to different destinations every morning, or every morning rather, you wake up in a different city, and I mean that's probably the most affordable way and easiest way to be able to hop on, hop off Europe, if you want to call it that, because I mean you can sail from Italy, you can next stop could be in Greece if you're doing the Greece Isle. And I think that the reason why it makes sense is that it's all inclusive. One, for any traveler, nothing is better than making sure you've paid once and your meals are included, your accommodation included, you unpack your suitcase once. And then you're gonna pack it up again when you actually get off the boat, and your drinks are included. You can actually get a voucher to get your drinks included. Your Wi-Fi, obviously, you can also purchase that in advance. So those are the things that makes it so attractive. And there's entertainment on board, different food experiences. It's not just one restaurant for the entire 7 nights. You have different restaurants to explore from. It's good for families. It's good for couples and friends. It really doesn't matter.
Which are the European destinations and ports that are particularly popular with South African travelers at the moment?
Definitely for family, because, Royal Caribbean is one of the it's obviously most popular for family, especially with young children. It's very child-friendly from an entertainment perspective, whereas when you've got maybe couples or older children, you would probably look at something like Celebrity Cruises because it has a lot more, doesn't necessarily cater for younger children. So those are the cruise liners that you could actually explore depending on where you are, in which phase you are in your life.
What should travelers budget for beyond the initial cruise fare? Because, you are saying that this is an affordable way of traveling, and it's a nice way of traveling because, as I said, your hotel travels with you to everywhere, whether you're going to the Greek islands, whether you're getting off at Portugal, whether you're getting off at Italy, and probably some of them might even touch on Turkey at one particular stage. What do we talk? Because we are talking about a flight from here to there, as well as other expenses. What does that package look like?
100%. You're definitely looking at a all-inclusive for your cruise. Of course, if it's for Europe, you're looking at Schengen countries. You're looking at a visa cost. You should ensure that your gratuities, your port fees, your taxes are included, or at least make sure that you are aware of what those additional costs may be. When drinks are not included, you are able to upfront purchase a package for that, including your Wi-Fi as well. So those are the things that you could include in advance, or depending on a promotion at a certain point, they may include things like your Wi-Fi and your drinks package, and of course your taxes and gratuity. But it's very important for a traveler to be aware that those are costs that may or may not be included, and that is obviously outside your flight. But also it's also quite important to notice that in some instances you've got promotions where they include, especially with young children, they pay a much much subsidized cost because they're sharing with parents. So that's something to also look out for so that you make the most of it. And definitely, your visa, your flights, standard travel insurance, those would be costs that are extra over and above. But you would also pay that in any event, Zain, if you were just traveling to explore Europe without taking a cruise, doing it as maybe through flying from one city to the other or taking a train.
Chatting this morning to the CEO and Executive Manager for Harvey World Travel, Kele. How far in advance should South Africans be booking if they actually want to cruise through Europe?
To be honest, we see far more advanced travel bookings, especially when it comes to cruise. Zain, I think that the one important factor is that with your member, with any of our members, you are able to book and secure in advance and pay over a period of time because they can give you a bit of a time, a planning like a 1 year to travel. So we're already talking Euro summer. So that's already next year, 2027. So you can start now and start paying towards a deposit on your cruise and paying towards a period of time before the travel date. So anything up to a year, we see sometimes your cruise on a specific route or itinerary filling up quicker than others depending on popularity. So I would definitely say that's one you don't want to live for last minute, especially because in the summer it is quite it's what we call high season, of course, if you're targeting Euro summer. But as far as 1 year, you can get your cruising filling up quite quickly.
What is the average cost involved, including flights, accommodation, everything, the cruise and everything? What does a ballpark figure look like for people who'd like to take this particular cruise?
I would say it depends, Zain, because I think if you're looking at, for example, for now, Celebrity Cruise and any package is Eastern Mediterranean, and for 10 nights travel for per person, looking at an average without flights, because flights it depends on the route that you're going to take. So I'm just going to give a figure without flights for now. You're looking at about 34,000 per person, including taxes and gratuities, and that's a 10-night stay, and it also includes your drink package, your Wi-Fi, and all of that.
That is an incredibly affordable package because I've seen things cost a lot more than what you've just mentioned to us. Chatting this morning to Kele Lekalake, the CEO, Executive Manager at Harvey World Travel. Details are probably on your website, Kele?
100%, www.harveyworld.co.za, or also catch us on our social media, Facebook and Instagram.
Kele Lekalake chatting to us, the CEO of Executive Manager for Harvey World Travel. And Harvey World Travel, you go and find their website and you'll get all the details on there.